Hello, YouTube
Okay.
world. Welcome back to my channel, Warren Canonigo, and you're watching my life icons. This is a super ultra mega episode because for the first time I will be interviewing one of my girl crushes, and you will definitely know the reason why she is the ultimate girl crush. Ladies and gentlemen, an English mentor, a jet setting diva, of course, a mother, a friend, and the royalty behind the Emerald Queen YouTube channel, Miss Evs. Hi!
Hi, Sir Warren. A pleasant morning. Oh my gosh, I was really overwhelmed with all those words that you have made as an introduction for me.
And I even forgot a very important description of yours. I have always considered you a beauty and fashion icon. And we will talk about that one later on. But first, Miss
Okay.
Els, how are you today at this very moment? What are you feeling?
A little bit nervous, to be honest with you. I cannot deny the fact that I feel really a little bit nervous, especially knowing you as my co-teacher.
To my subscribers and to our viewers, the reason why I and Ma'am Ems are friends, it's because we were colleagues before at the
Yeah.
Department of Education Toledo City Division. We're both English mentors in the high school departments of our respective stations. But of course, Ma'am Emily needed to
Exactly.
say goodbye to venture into new things, to make her life spicier and more exciting. Mom Ems, let's go back to the day when you received my invitation for this collaboration. What was your initial reaction?
Inexplicable, really. I was like holding my breath, like, oh my God, really? I will be live on his YouTube channel? Oh my God, no way.
Actually, Mom Ems, I could still remember the last time we saw each other was the in-service training 2 years ago. That was the last time we saw each other physically. And our last exchange of chats was when your daughter represented St. Bernard High School in the first ever Mr. and Miss Senior High. And you were
Yes, I
asking
remember
about the
that.
evening gown competition, the Filipiniana costume. That was the last. And so
Mhm.
I can just imagine your surprise when I chatted you, inviting you to guest in my vlog. So thank you very much. Now,
Definitely.
I would like to ask you, I understand because you already resigned and you have been flying in and out of the country, our beloved
You're right.
Philippines. Every time when you're in Europe or every time when you're in a different country, what are two of the things that you usually or most of the time really miss about the Philippines?
Oh my God, that is so perfect. Every time I fly to Europe, I miss my daughter. And the other one is I miss the Filipino food. I miss my daughter because she's my home. And
Mm.
wherever my daughter is, my home goes with her. The second one, undeniably, European cuisine is excellent. But as part of my customary habit, which is the Filipino food, I really love the taste of the Filipino kitchen
Yeah.
because it's been a part of me. Wherever I may go, it's in my system, and I cannot really deny the fact that I'm a Filipino. And I'm very proud being a Filipino.
So, so what do you consider your favorite Filipino dish that you really want to prepare even if you're outside the country? And also your favorite if you're in the Philippines?
Oh my God. I'm really into cooking for my daughter because I believe that you cook for the people you love.
Yeah.
So the main ingredient of your cooking or your recipe is love. So I love to cook pork adobo for my daughter, humba, to be honest with you.
We're the same. Because we're Cebuanas. That's the trademark of
Exactly.
Cebuana. We like humba.
Um,
The reason you really deserve an episode in my Life Icon show, it's because I have always admired on how you live your life. You were able to direct your life responsibly in terms of being fit and looking good and looking younger, longer.
my
So
God.
at this point, I would like you to share your age defying routine or age defying regimen.
Sir Warren, aside from my beauty regimen, such as my night cleanser and my night ultimate cream, which I applied before bedtime, and also my daily skincare products, such as the sunscreen cream and my collagen cream, I have other important practices which made me look the way you say it, younger, and I defy age process. Number one practice is I stop talking old talk. What do I mean by saying that? I don't say, oh my God, I feel old, I look old, or anything that has something to do with those lines. I do away with them because it's a matter of mind conditioning, right?
Correct.
And the other practice which I do is I anti-age my mind. How
Mm.
do I do that? It's actually I engage myself into a stimulating conversation that will sharpen my mind, and also I read good books to sharpen my memory.
That's
And
good.
another practice that I do is, my God, I really love this. I give myself a break from stress, from worries, from anxieties, from problems in life.
What's your definition of a break time?
A break time is, for me, it's actually I empty myself. I
Mm.
don't think anything. I just lie on the bed and relax and stay calm. And I don't want to have any ideas popping in my head. Nothing. It's just like, oh my God, I'm breathing and I feel that I'm alive and this is life. This
Mm.
is how wonderful life is. And that I hope everybody would feel the same way, to give themselves a break, to feel how beautiful life is.
Wow. I have learned from you, Ma'am Ems, that the first step to looking beautiful is really to feel beautiful and to have a positive mindset. So your beauty comes from within, so to speak. And
Exactly.
and
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
really vanity. I don't think maintaining your beauty or taking care of yourself, I don't think that's vanity. It's a form of discipline for me. And that's why
Correct. I agree with you.
and speaking of discipline, you were, of course, once an English mentor, a teacher in general. I would just like you to, I would like you to share to our subscribers and our viewers some of the standout memories that you have had with your students, with your high school students, especially in the public schools.
The fondest memories I have had was actually that first is English is not really the language itself. English is not the kuan, diba? The mother tongue of our students in the public school. So it's really quite a great memory for me to recall the pronunciation of English words with my students, having session with communication skill, dramatization, and role playing. When you watch them, they are really pushing themselves to the limit to be able to meet up the requirements of the subject. But at the same time, they had fun.
Just as much as I would already like to talk about the most exciting topic of this conversation, which is your vlogging life, I would like
Oh my
to
God.
talk about that point in your life, that turning point in your life which tested your resilience and faith. What was the chapter all about, Ma'am Ems?
I have two important events in my life that really had tested my faith. The other one happened 8 years ago during the death of my mother, and the second one happened last year, 2019. So let me first have the first one, the death of my mother. I would rather say that her death was more of an emotional pain. And the emotional pain that took me about almost 8 years to recover from the pain, that I was really, frankly speaking, we all have the saddest moment of our life. And I would consider that moment was the moment which I was so down, so depressed, and so emotionally engaged with the situation. I did not just lose my mother, I also lost my best friend.
What is one of the things that you do to somehow alleviate the pain every time you get reminded of your mother? Do you what do you do when you're reminded of her and you just want to forget her? What do you do to divert your attention every time you get emotional?
What I usually do is I pray, I hold on to my faith, and I always remember the beautiful memories I have had with my mother when she was still alive. I had an accident that really made my whole being tormented by this as an consequence to the event. And Sir Warren, I had a physical pain because of the injury in my spine.
Is
The
it
thoracic,
vehicular accident, Ma'am Ems? Vehicular.
no, it was not a vehicular accident. It was actually, I had a great fall. As you know me, I'm fond of wearing heeled shoes. That's really my signature. A
Yes.
lady who loves to wear heeled shoes and sandals and everything, something that has a wedge.
Mm.
So I had a box in my hands, and then I was like, I tripped off and I was out of balance. So I fell going to the first floor, and there were about 14 steps on that staircase.
So you actually fell down the stairs because you tripped wearing your heel.
Yes, exactly.
God.
Uh-huh. And that was my mistake, actually. I was not too careful enough, and work. I hope people would learn how to work properly, the right position of the body, and what they have to wear when they're at work. It's not really advisable to be on a heeled shoes, so I'm not fond of wearing heeled shoes. After the accident, I learned a lot because, so Warren, it's not easy. I was in excruciating pain for 4 to 5 months, and I couldn't walk. When I saw people walking, like I was in Ayala. This happened when I was in Europe, okay, and I cannot stay longer just about winter time because the pain was already severe, and it was aggravated from the weather condition of the place. So I cannot sleep. In fact, I had a thermal bed to make my back warmer, but it didn't help. I was crying the whole time. I stayed there for months, like 2 or 3, but the rest of these months, I was in pain. I went to a specialist, to a doctor. So then later on, I realized I have to go back to my place, to my home in the Philippines, where there is a tropical climate. Maybe it will help. And then I went to Chongwa Medical Center. I had a doctor for the spine. And actually, I had 4 doctors from Chongwa Medical Center. And I had 2 doctors in the Chongwa Rehabilitation Center. I was there for 2 months. 3 times a week, I had my therapy. And the saddest part is when I see people walking, because first 2 weeks, I cannot walk with slippers on my feet because it was really painful. I was with braces on my neck because my cervical spine was greatly affected, and my lumbar and my thoracic spine. And my doctors told me it would be lucky if you can walk again in the next 8 to 10 months.
My God.
But I
Did
did
you
not
have to
wait for
undergo
those
surgery?
30.
Miss Abs, did
I'm
you have
sorry,
to
sir.
undergo surgery?
I was advised to go undergo surgery because my other doctor from Perpetual Socorro Hospital in Cebu City advised me to undergo a surgical procedure for the spine, and then they plan to do kyphoplasty. They call those screws as medical screws, the pedicle screws actually. But then because of the lockdown, everything really went to a total mess. The well organized plan for the procedure, it did not prosper. Nothing happened because there was a lockdown in Cebu City, and up to this time I need, when I will be undergoing the procedure which my doctors advised me to do, I need a swab test. And as we speak, I cannot really sit on one position, so I have pillows right here so I can move from different positions. So,
Okay.
and from time to time, I cannot. I actually have the numbness on my right arm and the neck also, and my the right hemisphere of my brain, that my other doctor had advised me to undergo the third MRI.
Mm.
And at the moment, I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying myself because they told me it's going to be forever. I had a treatment and it really helped. 3 times a week, I had my laser treatment, and I also had the lumbar treatment. But I was not advised to have a long drive. It's really terrible because nobody can give me the assurance. You know what I don't like about this condition? No one among the 5 doctors, nobody had given me the condition of going back to my old self. To be perfectly fit, I cannot jump, I cannot jog. To be honest with you, these things I have to do away. As part of my exercise, I cannot jump anymore. And I cannot carry heavy things more than 5 pounds. No, it's forbidden. And to extend this arm is actually not so comfortable for me. So what I do is, instead of thinking my physical condition, my medical problem, I just think that life is short. I just have to enjoy it, you know, and make the most out of your life. That's what I tell to myself every time.
Well, the silver lining of your situation is you have already acquired your walking skills back, and your
Yeah.
finances are working still, and you still look good considering what happened. So that's still definitely a gift of life, of course, endowed by God. And this is definitely what you're enjoying right now is definitely a second life, a second
I
chance.
agree. Definitely right. Yeah.
Since Mom Am, since you're almost in perfect shape, you're in your fighting form already. You were supposed to go back to Europe, but then because of the pandemic, that plan has to be postponed. And
Exactly, sir.
is that the reason why you started your blog? Is that the reason? Or
I believe that's one of the reasons because of this pandemic.
how was the conception? I mean, who conceived, or did someone give you an idea, or someone influenced you? How was it born?
Sir Warren, frankly speaking, as a person, I don't wait for other people to influence me, to motivate me to do something. Actually, quite a number of people had motivated me last 2 years ago to do vlogging in YouTube. But for me, especially on my travels to Europe, to the USA, to Asian countries, but for me, I said no. I was not interested. But during the pandemic time, this time, what we have now, something really popped up in my head. Hey, Emily, don't just sit here. You are very lucky and blessed that you have given the chance to walk again, to drive again, to live a normal life, though there are some restrictions on what you have to do. Try to share it and to other people, especially to your previous students, to your friends, to your high school day friends and batchmates. Why don't you try to share your experiences?
The story
Do
is
something.
basically Emerald Queen. Well, I understand Emerald because you're Emily, and of course, that's very similar, especially the first two syllables of the gemstone Emerald. But why did you decide to structure the YouTube channel name as Emerald Queen? Are you really, is Queen your favorite term? Favorite, one of your favorite words?
Uh, Actually, it was my daughter's choice, and my daughter is my world.
Ah,
When I asked her what would be the name of my YouTube channel, do you have anything in mind? And she said, Mommy, Emerald Queen. The way I look at you, I look at you as my queen, my mother queen. That's how she called me, and that's how she actually inputs my name on her mobile, Mother Queen. So,
that's a brilliant idea because in the first place, every woman is a queen in someone's life. And definitely you're the queen.
that's so nice.
What do you consider the easiest and the most challenging in terms of vlogging?
For Mr. Warren, the most challenging part is organizing my thoughts in my head because we don't do scripting. There's no script actually.
Yes.
I don't have script, and I do impromptu speaking, and everything really keeps popping in my mind. And then it has to be, when you do vlogging, you need to be spontaneous.
Yes.
You
You need to
need to
appear
be
natural, effortless.
exactly
It's really
changing their
it's really
perspectives.
easy. Like you're the star, you're the host, you're the model, you're the stylist, you're the makeup artist. My goodness, it's like a how do you call one man show.
Yeah.
And how about the easiest thing to do for you?
The easiest thing is making myself beautiful in front of the camera.
Yeah, because because you know what, you're even if you're whether you're in front of the camera or if you're even if you're in front of the camera or behind the scene, you have already this how do you call this? It's already a lifestyle. It's already a habit to really make yourself good. So it comes very easy already. I'd like to ask you so far, what's your favorite episode?
Oh my god.
So, what's your favorite episode? And the next question is, what do you consider the most difficult episode to do?
Sir Warren, I was really while I was taking a shower this morning, preparing for our interview, I was really thinking, my God, what if Sir Warren will ask me, "What's your favorite episode in your channel?" Now you're really asking me that question. It was like I was not really thinking about it, so
But
definitely, but then
now, I'm
oh,
asking.
it's happening now. May I have to answer, Sir Warren, in with regard to that question? It's okay.
Sure.
The first, okay, thank you so much. The first two are the first episode and the second episode, respectively.
I'm not mistaken, the first episode was about your first car, Baby Erica. And
Right.
the episode was your first house. Am I correct?
Now I can really tell you have watched my videos. They both inspired me to work hard.
Okay.
They were actually the fruit of my hard labor.
Mhm.
I actually opened a small business like the Uber Transit business, and the other one was my laundry shop. Oh my God, imagine after teaching in Toledo City, I have to drive to Cebu every Friday to drive for Uber just about end of the week, Sunday. So I drove back to Toledo for another grueling week with my students in school.
So those episodes inspire you because they present some of the firsts in your life, and the firsts are always memorable.
Yes. Everything that comes first in your life, really, you cannot forget.
And let me guess your answer to the next question, because I also asked you earlier to share what you consider as the most challenging, the most difficult. And I'd like to guess,
Okay.
and please validate my answer. I can't say that the rebanding episode was difficult because you were just interviewing the hairstylist. Um,
Yeah, right.
and the car wash also, it's difficult to wash the car, but you're used to it already. So I believe the most difficult is the paglalabas sa batis.
You made it right. Perfect
Is it the correct
answer.
answer? Or
Yeah.
am I the correct answer?
No, 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 no. You are correct. Actually, that was my choice. When I was looking at the different video updates on my channel, I then realized, my God, this one is the most challenging and the most difficult part.
Thank you also for making an episode about grocery shopping tips. I really learned a lot, and somehow it promotes healthy eating habits. So thank you very much. It's so educational. So pang nutrition month celebration episode.
July. Thank you, and you're welcome, Sir Warren. I really had fun during the vlog shoot of that episode. I enjoyed it so much because that's really the natural me, the other side of me when I do my grocery shopping.
To our viewers now who are interested or who are curious about the different episodes that Ma'am Ems and I are actually talking about, then please subscribe, like, share, and subscribe to her channel, Emerald Queen Vlog in YouTube. And my
Thank
God,
you.
guarantee you will have fun. It's informative and it's entertaining. You know what, Ma'am Ems? The reason why I like your vlog, it's because it's not only informative, but it's entertaining because you have such an amazing personality.
Mhm.
Whoever you are or whatever your personality is in real life, you really brought that in front of the camera, and it did serve you very well. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So, Mom Ems, on a different note though, how did the pandemic change your perspective in life?
Pandemic has really changed my perspectives in life for 2020 to onwards, because when you isolate yourself from the community or society, it, it did not make sense actually. So I then realized that connecting to people is really important,
Correct.
because I remember in the 17th century there was a poet in the person of John Donne. He made mention in his composition that no man is an island. So you need to be with people, especially the important people that you love in your life. And the other thing is, um, love yourself.
That truly the most important things in life do not have a price tag. So, and that the pandemic let us realize that. Before we
Yeah.
close this interview, Ma'am Ems, I'd like to ask you some questions. Three more questions. The first one is, what do you consider your guilty pleasure? Do you have a guilty pleasure?
Yes, I have my bags, my shoes, my jewelry, and my travels.
Yeah, but you know what? It's just fine because you work hard for it. As long as you don't steal, you don't step on other people to acquire them, that's perfectly fine. If you work hard for it, then you enjoy it. You deserve it truly. Okay, next question from Elms. What's the reason for choosing that asymmetrical or that Venus cut mini red dress? So fabulous on you.
Oh my God, Sir Warren, you really have keen eyes for details. You also notice this dress and the cut of my dress, what I'm wearing right now in this interview. I didn't ex- I did not anticipate that you will be asking this. Oh my God. Well, anyway, well, I was still teaching as an English teacher and a teacher of literature subject. I really had a great fondness when it comes to Greek mythology. And the way I look at the goddesses, my God, especially Goddess Venus, I then remind myself, my God, I love this cut. This is the Venus cut, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So every time I go to my seamstress, I normally told her, please do it this way because this is my favorite cut. Please, even though the color is white or red or blue, please can you do this way? And she told me, okay, I know already your style. I know your preference. Okay, I will have to do it. Just go with the flow. So I find myself like, no, my God, I cannot say it's too much to say that I'm a symbol of beauty because that's not true. I only find myself beautiful because nobody else would tell you you're beautiful except yourself if you don't appreciate who you are as a person. So, my God,
Exactly.
when everything fails, expect that yourself will always be there for you, right?
Definitely, that dress is perfect for this interview because you are actually opening a chapter of course, your real life. You know the truth about your life, and that's your signature style. That's your signature design. One of your signature,
Right.
one of your trademarks. So it's just for this interview. Ma'am Ems, you have given us more than enough, but I'm sure our subscribers and our viewers can still learn a lot from watching your videos, your current videos,
I hope
and
so.
your future videos, which will include me, of course.
Yes,
We will talk
definitely.
about your show soon. And thank you very much, Ma'am Ems, for your time and continue to spread love and beauty in this world. I will see you soon, Ma'am Ems. Bye. See
Thank
you.
you so much, Warren. Thank you.